All right, guys, you're welcome. So after you doing your selection, so now we know how to select a paper, or maybe you know how to open a new document. Okay, so a quick one, let me take you through knowing your tools. Okay, so before we come back to the tools, let me do some reset over here. So reset. So I mean, when you open your Photoshop for the first time, if you have not used it before, this is how it looks like. And one thing that I want to tell you, or I want you to know, is that Photoshop deals in layout, or deals in layers a lot. So always check out your layers down here. Okay, layers is very important in Photoshop. All right, so after selecting your paper, this is what will come as background. Okay, all right, so let me take you through your tools. So the first tool is called the move tool. As usual, you can see even the short video over there tells you the function of the tool. So you use it to move. So let me bring in a picture, or maybe a picture, or anything. So before you bring out any layer, you go to file. Okay, so the file is what we are going to use a lot. All right, so you go to file, then you go search for place embedded. This is your place embedded. So you bring in any image. So let's bring in any image. Let's bring in this image, beautiful lady here. Okay, so let's give it some time. Very good. So when you bring in image, you see this line cross out, trying to indicate that it has been selected. So on top of it here, you could see this mark. Either you click on this one, or you double click on the image. All right, any of them. So double click it to accept that, okay, you want it to be. Now if this edges it is not showing, then probably check your auto select. Make sure it is ticked, and show transform controls, make sure it is also ticked. All right, so this your first tool is move tool. All right, so if I want to move in this picture, there is it. I can move it to any place of my choice. That is the function of the move tool. Now you could see some plus or some line. This line tells you that it is center. Your image is at the right center of the background. So you could see from the layer, or the layers, that after this background, the next picture that I brought is the image. So if I bring in any other picture, it will be arranging over here. Okay, so this is what we use. This place is what we use to arrange our layers very well. Okay, so check in that. So I said the first tool is move tool. All right, now when you come to this tool, it's used for cropping. All right, if I want to crop this part, maybe if I want to crop in this image. Now one thing is that if you want to edit or crop any image, one thing about Photoshop is that you need to come and rasterize the layer. Okay, you come to the layer side. All right, so your image has now turned to layer because of this side. So you come and click on the layer side, and then rasterize. Just right click it, and then you look for rasterize. You rasterize it. It gives you the access to edit the image. Don't forget that. So you crop in any parts of the image that you want. Okay, you can even press down, up, and then position it. So it means that I want to select only this part. So you right click it, and then you cut, or you copy. So you cut it. Very good. And then you go to your move tool, and then you have cut it up. So that is what we use the second tool for. I mean, when you right click the tool, this is also, it works in the same manner. All right, just that this one is circle. Okay, all right, so checking that. So now we know this tool. Okay, this one, the polygonal laser tool, it is also used for cropping. All right, maybe if I want to crop the image, okay, you make a selection around that particular image until the edges. So you see that it has made a selection. Then you also cut it. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? That is the function of this tool. I mean, this also works the same thing, just that this one you have to circle it. Okay, so check that one. Then this one is also used for anytime you put the mouse on top of the tool, it tells you what it means. So it means that if, for instance, let me select my move tool, I don't need this, so come here, you see this eye. Always your layer side is what you have to pay attention to anytime you are designing. Okay, so I've selected this part, the down part. So on the layer side I don't need it, so I'll click the eye here just to deactivate it. I'll click this one too, so I only need the head. Okay, then I'll come to this side, the third tool